What's up, y'all? I'm about to be giving some life advice in the McLaren and going on a drive. I've met a lot of millionaires, not just millionaires, a lot of rich people, and a lot of people who have gotten whatever the fuck they wanted out of their life. And every single one of them had a few things in common. And if you don't do these few things, then the odds that you're successful in business and life and making money, it becomes very, very slim. And so in this video, I'm gonna spend some time going over the 3 or 4 main things that I see every single millionaire do, and every single person that wants to make money and wants to be successful, what they don't do. And when I implemented these 3 to 4 things in my life, I went from being 40 grand in debt, pretty much wanting to fucking kill myself, drinking every fucking day, working a 9 to 5, to pretty much humbly living the life of my dreams. So with that said, I'm about to take the McLaren out. Little parking garage of the Optima. We got another McLaren right here. To be honest, bro, I'm not even a car guy. I don't even know, like, what is this? I think this shit's harder than mine. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's a 720. Word? Yeah. So this motherfucker's mogging me. We're in the third. This is the 570. Let's see. Oh! My shit's completely stock, by the way. I am not a car guy, by any means. Like, before I bought this car, never been in a supercar. Like, the nicest car I'd been in was my boy Aria's E63. But I'll do some pulls for y'all in a little bit when the car heats up. But the first thing I want to go over, like the biggest thing for me, this actually changed my life, was if you want to be exceptional, you must be willing to be the exception. If you want to be extraordinary, you must be willing to do the things that the ordinary person wouldn't do. And so when you think about it, like the average person, they're fat, they're lazy, they're poor, they're in debt, and they live a life that they hate, they're not happy. And so if people are telling you right now, and they're like, dude, why the fuck are you doing that? Why do you want to make more money? Or your parents are like, dude, you need to go to college, you need to do this, and you don't respect where they're at financially, then dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you need to have selective listening. And all that I mean by that is, like, be careful with who you listen to. All you need to realize is that you are in complete control of your life, and the only person's fucking fault that you are or aren't wherever you want to be is yours. And so, like, be very careful with who you listen to. If you start listening to the person that is broke, fat, lazy, has no money, and you don't respect where they're at financially, like, you realize if you listen to them, you're going to get their results. And so the 2 things that I want to touch on is, number 1, you must be very, very careful with who you listen to. I love my mother to death. She's the sweetest lady ever. She's so kind. Like, I love her. If she wants to give me financial advice, I'll be like, Mom, I can't listen to you. You didn't graduate anything. The most you made is $3 grand a month. I love you. I'll do anything for you. I can't listen to you when it comes to my finances. My friends, they want to tell me, don't do this, don't do this. You're broke, motherfucker. Why would I listen to you? And so, like, that was like single-handedly the biggest thing is, like, bro, that, and then if you want to be exceptional, you must be willing to be the exception. And all that means is, like, you were watching this video because you want to live an exceptional life. You want to have a life that the average person doesn't have. You want to drive a McLaren. You want to live in a nice apartment. You want a bad bitch. You want to go on vacation all the time. Like, and again, like I said, the average person, they're fat, they're lazy, they're poor. And so if you want results that they don't have, you probably should be willing to do things that they don't do. And so instead of being like, bro, why is my mom telling me I shouldn't do this? Bro, why is my boy telling me I shouldn't do this? When they don't have the results that you want, like, that should be a good sign. Oh, bro, my boy's telling me to do this. He's a fucking brokey. Like, I want to do exactly the opposite of what he's doing. You know? Instead of you being like, yeah, like, I care what people think. It's like, bro, I want to do, like, I want as many normal people to talk to me and say, what are you doing, Cole? You're a fucking psycho. Because that means I'm getting as far away from they are as possible. As far away from them as possible. And they're fat, and they're poor, and they're ugly, and they get no bitches. So I'm quite happy when somebody's like, bro, why are you doing that? Because if you want to be extraordinary, bro, my car's about to scream. Why are you fucking beeping, bro? If you want to be extraordinary, then you must be doing things that are extraordinary, which would mean that the average person is like, what the fuck why are you doing that? All right, let's see if we can get a decent pull for you guys. Oh shit. If I get fucking pulled over because of y'all, if I got a tune on this shit, it'd be over. But yeah, damn, I ended up at the Scottsdale private airport. Bro, this airport's actually really hard. It's like 3 minutes from my crib. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Arizona, but it's only private. So one of my boys, there's actually a lot of offices space down here, but one of my boys just flew JSX. He just flew out for a few days, and he flew this airport, and it's hard. While I get out of here, I'm in a fucking parking lot. What's good with that? But while I get out of here, the second thing I wanted to talk about is you must learn to suffer. And you must learn to suffer for something that you deem worth suffering for. And I personally don't know of anything that's worth suffering more than having the life of your dreams. There's a Urus right here. I don't know if y'all can peep. I don't know. I don't think you can. A little Urus right there though. But yeah, there's nothing that is more worth suffering for than becoming the man that you want to be. Whether that's financially, whether that's in like income, whether it's spiritually, whatever. And so I would say, like, you have to increase however much sacrifice you're currently putting in. The life of your dreams, the car of your dreams, the apartment of your dreams, it likely takes a lot more sacrifice. It likely is going to take a lot more time than you ever thought was fucking possible. And so, like, I'm not here to sell you a fucking pipe dream. I don't really have shit to sell you in this video at all. I would just say, like, whatever the fuck you think is happening, this shit is not that sweet. If I were to go back into the online money space, and I would say, like, basically I would tell myself is, however hard you think it is, bro, it's 10 times harder. However much you think you're gonna have to sacrifice, you're gonna have to sacrifice so much more. The friends that you have right now, they likely won't be the friends that you're gonna have in a year. If you actually want to do this. Going home for the holidays, like, it might not really be like that. Like, you know, going out on weekends and hanging out with the boys and going to sleep late, like, that shit won't exist. Like, to give you a day in the life of Cole Christopherson, and the day in life of Cole Christopherson in a deep work mode, where it's like, I have to grow right now, all that I fucking do, I go to sleep at 9:50 p.m. I wake up at 5:30, I go do cardio, I sit at my desk and I work until 9. I work from 6 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. at night, and I'm being so serious. Like, I'm being so serious. And so I have came to the realization that I want $25 million by the time I'm 30 years old. And like, I know it's a strong goal. I don't give a fuck. Like, I will cut my toes off if that means I will get there. Like, what I will sacrifice is so high. So, like, it's either increase your sacrifice or decrease your desire, which means you have two options. And the first option is this motherfucker staring at my car. He wants to race me. Bitch ass Mustang. You have two options. So if you have a really high goalpost, then your sacrifices must be very high. You're not going to go out. You're not going to hang out with the same people. You're not going to do X, Y, Z. If you don't want to achieve that much, you probably and likely won't have to sacrifice that much. These young kids are staring at me. I don't know if you can see them. But if you don't want to achieve that much, you most likely will not have to sacrifice that much. So you either need to lower your goalpost or you need to increase your sacrifice. The way that I look at it is like, I'm going to sit here and work my ass off for the next fucking 10 years. And for the rest of my life, I can decide what I want to do. But like, that ties into like, you have to learn to suffer. Like, you must suffer. There's no getting around it. The work needs doing. It doesn't care who the fuck you are. It doesn't care if you, like, no one was born on this earth to just fucking be in sales or to be in business. Like, you have to learn to suffer. And like, when it, like, the more that I'm in business, the more that I realize, like, the tactical shit that you're doing, the way that you're trading, the way that you're running your sales call, the way that you're running your marketing, the way that you're running your funnels, like the business model you're in, the more that I'm in the business and the more that I'm switching businesses and seeing more people see success, like, the more that I realize, bro, it doesn't really matter that much. We're all so small. If you make less than 300 grand a month profit, you're a small ass fish and you're poor. Reset your standard. Like, reset your standard. So like, if you make less than 300 grand a month profit, which I guarantee all of us do, you're small and you're poor. And so that means all that matters is, number one, the standards that you have, and number two, the sacrifice that you're willing to put in. Like, trading, the business model might be different, but when I think of like a marketing agency, any high ticket offer, an info product, coaching, e-commerce, sales, direct sales, whatever, B2B sales, B2C sales, like, every single time, all that it is a work ethic thing. Like, think about it like this. Let's say you were in a sales opportunity and you need to make 100,000 calls to be able to be really good so you can make a lot of money. How fast would you make 100,000 calls? Would you do it in 30 days, or would you do it in 3 years? Like, you have to make the calls regardless. If you want to speed up the time horizon on how long it's going to take you to make money, I don't know why the fuck this fucking light is not bright anymore. Anyways, if you want to speed up the time horizon on whatever goals you have to outwork everybody. Like, compare yourself to me. I have more money than you. I've been in the game longer. I have more skills. I have a bigger team. My team has more skills. Why in the world would you outgrow me? Why? And I'm not saying that in like oh, I'm way better than you, motherfucker. No, I'm not. I'm actually no different than you. All that I'm saying is you have to work way harder than me if you want to catch up to me. Right? And so that's the mindset you need to have. This is a dog-eat-dog world, you know? But let's see. I'm gonna hit a little fucking poll on you, though. I'm way too close to this. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting another car pretty soon here. I don't know exactly entirely what I want. I'm for sure gonna keep this. And then, like, I'll keep this for the foreseeable future. Like, I don't see myself needing anything else. I'm for sure gonna keep this. And I think I want like a Maybach. Like a Kim K spec S580 or Kim K spec GLS. Or maybe even like a G63, or yeah, like a, not G63, GLE. I don't know, maybe like something like that. But I'm building a sales team. And it's in the same industry that helped me go from 0 to 50K a month in 6 months from completely scratch. And we're looking for like 2 to 3 people to bring on a month. And so if you want to get, you know, if you want to join the team, be around fucking dogs who think the same as me and the same as you if you're still watching this video, and get around more than 15 people who make 10 grand a month or more, DM me on Instagram. We'll hop on a call. Me and you will hop on a Zoom call, and we'll see if you're a good fit. But it's mad dark in here. This light's not working anymore. My bad. But the last thing I wanted to go over in this video before I end up back at the crib. First off, let me know if you guys are fucking with shit like this or what type of content you want to see. You got to figure out what the fuck you want. And I don't think it has to be like, I need this. Because as you make more money and as you grow as a human, like, you're gonna gain more context on like what like your actual goals are. But like, once I got, like, the biggest problem with you guys is like when you don't have clarity. So like, motivation is cool, But I think it's really motivated. It's really easy to be motivated when you have clarity. And all that I mean by that is like, let's say like, I'm like, you need to do exactly this, bro. And if you do exactly this every day for the next 6 months, like, I promise you, you'll make 10 grand a month. But the hard part is like, you don't have that promise. And the hardest part about being an entrepreneur is like the what if. What if I put my heart and soul into this? What if I put everything I have into this and it doesn't work out? What if I put every single thing I have into this and making money, I put the next 3 years and it never works out? What I will say is you'll fail 99 times and you'll succeed once. And the time you succeed once pays for every single 99 time over and over and over again. Entrepreneurs have the ability to make the average person's annual salary in a month times 10. And the reason why they do that is because of how many risks they take and the amount of value that they provide to the world and the amount of value that they provide to others. And so, to sum that up, I think it's really important you figure out what you want and why you want it. And like, at the beginning, it's gonna be like, yeah, I want to make 10 grand a month because I want to be harder than everybody else, and that's fine. Like, I don't think there's necessarily like inherently an issue with that. Like, I just think like long term, you have to figure out why you're really doing this and how much you're willing to sacrifice to really get there. Because like, and be honest with yourself. Like, if you're not willing to sacrifice everything you got for the next 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, like, the odds of you making 250 grand a month are pretty slim. If you're willing to sacrifice your whole social life for 6 months, like, you can probably make 10 grand a month pretty easily, you know, like, if you're willing to do that. So just figure out like what you're willing to sacrifice, and figure out what you're willing to sacrifice and if your goals really align with it. But yeah, basically figure out what the fuck you want, figure out why you want it, and figure out what your business and what your life needs to look like to be able to get there. And like, once you figure that out, like, bro, you're pretty set. Like, all that it is just reverse engineering the math to be able to actually make it make sense for you. So like, if I could go back in time and like find out a way to like pretty much guarantee success, at least from a mindset standpoint, because obviously there's more like tactical stuff in your business model. Oh shit, there's a McLaren right there. There's more tactical stuff in your business model and stuff like that. But if I could restart from a mindset standpoint, that's exactly what I would do. So again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, it's free. It doesn't cost any fucking money. I don't sell a course. I don't do any gay shit like that. Like, I run a sales team. So if you want to join the sales team, you work really fucking hard. I'm hiring. So we got multiple guys who make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month. So again, if that sounds like you're a hard worker and you align with the stuff we're talking about in the video, and you want to be surrounded with people exactly like you, drop me a DM on Instagram. If not, no worries, it's all love. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll catch you on the next one.